All right, here we go. Welcome to a nice ride in eastern Arizona. Where's my notes? Oh, here they are. Okay. We're starting out in Apache Junction. There's Superstition Mountain there, very well known, very famous. And then we go about 25 miles east to Superior, Arizona. And this is Apache Leap up here. 1877, the Indians jumped off it to avoid being captured. And they still do some silver mining around there. And then we continue 17 miles to Miami, Arizona, which is the former home of Jack Elam, who was an Old West actor, and Chuck Norris, given name actually Carlos, used to go there in the summer and work as a bag boy at Safeway because his parents, or grandparents, excuse me, lived there. And we continue on to Globe, which is about another 6 miles, which is copper mining, very prevalent, and depending on the spot price of copper, they're either hiring or firing. And then, anyway, and then as we go forward, we come to the Apache Reservation, San Carlos Reservation, in San Carlos itself, which is the county seat of the reservation. And as we move forward, we'll be going to Peridot in adjacent Rainbow City, which is toward the east end of the reservation. There it is. And we continue east. Okay, we come to Fort Thomas, which is the birthplace of Melvin Jones, the founder of the Lions Club. And boy, that's a beautiful monument. Kind of cool. Anyway, and then we'll continue from continuing east from there. We'll go through Pima and Thatcher, which will lead right into Safford, Arizona. They have a nice downtown area there. And we cross into Graham County when we cross the San Carlos River, which is on the east side of there. And then another 40 miles, we come to Duncan, Arizona, the birthplace of Sandra Day O'Connor, the former Supreme Court Justice, who lived on a cattle ranch. From Duncan, we're going to go backtrack just a little, go south on the Route 191, which was formerly Route 666, called the Devil's Highway. That's why they changed the number of it. It's freaking people out. But anyway, so we come to San Simon, which straddles the state line of New Mexico, and then we backtrack a little bit to Bowie, Arizona, which is where John Rambo came from. He had a good name. And then from there, we'll continue to backtrack. We go up the Fort Grant, Bonita, and Klondike. Fort Grant was used to be a federal prison there at one time. You'll hear that mentioned in a lot of old westerns. This is Fort Grant, right? Cute little town, actually. And as we continue, we'll come to, I think Bonita comes up next here. Come on. Here's the Bonita story. This is where William Bonney, alias Billy the Kid, killed his first victim. And I don't recall, I think it was 1881. I'll have to check into that. And then we're going to go north, back up to Highway 70. We're going to come about 30 miles back to Highway 77 and go south to Dripping Springs and then Dudleyville. Dripping Springs is the home of the Wind Spirit Commune. There's a bunch of naked hippies and stuff. Right up my alley. Those are the days. Anyway, we will continue south to Dudleyville, which is on the San Pedro River. And then to Winkleman and Hayden, home of the smelter. which will come up on our video shortly. And this is the confluence of the San Pedro and the Gila rivers. Nice area. Here's the Gila River here. I've been there. In Winkleman, this is or what they call Winkleman Flat, which is right off on the side, and a lot of people camp there, which is kind of cool. Anyway. I think we're just waiting for Hayden to come up in here so you can take a look at the smelter stack. This is the highest freestanding structure in Arizona, 1,001 feet. That's been shut down for 15 or 20 years now. And we will continue for about another 8 miles up the road. We're going to come to Kearney. Waiting for that to come up. There you go. Kearney is a small town, and actually it was named after General Kearney. It was founded in 1957 by the Ray Mine. There used to be 3 different towns there, and they moved them, all the people out of there, so they could start the mine. And that's when Kearney was founded. And here's Battle Axe. After the Ray Mine, we come to Battle Axe. And it's a small community with about 20 people. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for taking a ride with us to in eastern Arizona. Well, either at work or at that. My back hurts.